Hello and welcome. Today we are examining a moment in Lee Min-ho's career that many casual viewers overlook, yet industry observers consider quietly decisive, because while his global breakthrough is almost always attributed to boys over flowers, the more complex reality is that his long-term positioning in the Korean entertainment hierarchy was shaped not by that explosive success, but by how he navigated the years immediately after it, when expectations were at their highest and the risk of being permanently typecast was very real. What makes this period particularly interesting is the tension between audience demand and career strategy, because fans largely wanted him to remain within the romantic, chaebol archetype that made him famous, yet his project choices began to show subtle deviations, most notably in City Hunter, where the tone shifted toward action and political intrigue, signaling an early attempt to diversify his screen persona. Discussions across forums and fan communities at the time often reflected confusion, with some praising the darker narrative while others expressed concern that he was moving too far from the emotional accessibility that defined his earlier appeal, and this split reaction is critical, because it demonstrates how tightly controlled star images are in the Korean drama ecosystem. Behind the scenes, interviews from that era reveal that Lee Min-ho himself was acutely aware of this tension, emphasizing the importance of longevity over immediate popularity, which in retrospect aligns with the broader pattern of actors who successfully transition from youth-driven fame into sustained careers. Industry analysts later pointed out that City Hunter also expanded his reach in international markets, particularly in regions where action-driven narratives tend to perform better than purely romantic ones, which added another layer to his global positioning strategy. Interestingly, fan discussions years later began to reinterpret this project as a turning point rather than a deviation, suggesting that early skepticism gave way to retrospective appreciation, especially as viewers revisited his filmography with a more analytical lens. When viewed through this perspective, it becomes clear that the true significance of this period lies not in immediate reception, but in how it established a foundation for future roles that required a balance between charisma and authority. So the question becomes, was Lee Min-ho consciously reshaping his career at that stage, or was this evolution a response to industry pressures and audience expectations shifting in real time? That ambiguity remains part of what makes his trajectory so compelling, and I'll leave you with this thought: how different would his career look today if he had chosen to remain strictly within the romantic mold that first